Hello and welcome back to Suspended Fanimation. I'm your host, Dennis Patholkis, and this is Saturday Morning Blast Off. Happy Batman, and I am the night to you people, because that's what today is. Today is Batman Day, September 21st, 2019. So I guess they've been doing this now. This is the 5th year they've been doing this, doing Batman Day, and I'll get into a little bit of Batman Day as we go along, and I'll see how many times I can say Batman Day in a podcast. Okay, Batman Day? Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Let me get a little business out of the way here first. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You can hit the dislike button. I guess you go down in the comment section. Tell me what it is you don't like about the show. Just give me some constructive criticism, some feedback. Also, if you want to know when I'm going to be on live again next, you can hit the bell down below. If you already hit it, don't hit it again. It will unclick it. You can go into the bell settings and get as many or as little notifications as you want. You can also go to my website, suspendedfanimation.com, see the schedule up there. I also have that schedule mirrored up on my Facebook page. I also have a group page on that Facebook page as well, so people can post and chat and things like that. Some of you have been taking advantage of it already, which is great. Come on in. It's a lot of fun. And I also have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, and I have a Patreon page, but I don't have any tiers set up as of yet. So let's see what you guys are all talking about in the chat here. So I had to take that off the screen there for a second so I could oh, okay. You guys just talking amongst yourselves. Got it. Yeah. All right. So let's get started here. I'm going to start off with a few of the lesser things until people roll in here. So Dan Akroyd confirmed that he's going to be showing up in Ghostbusters 2020. He finally confirmed this. Yay, I know we were all waiting for that. So far, Bill Murray's going to be in it, Ernie Hudson is in it, and now Dan Akroyd. But as Dan Akroyd said in, I believe it was the Variety article that he was in, Hollywood Reporter, excuse me, he is quoted as saying, "We've got the Ghostbusters movie that we're working on now, and I will have to be performing in that." I will have to be performing in that. Yeah, that's great, Dan. So I guess the vodka industry is doing really, really well for you. So much so that you need money. Yeah. Ghostbusters 3 is dead, Mr. Roboto, because he never did a number 3. They only did 1 and 2. That second one or the third one, was not a Ghostbusters movie. That was a different universe, supposedly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Batman is in Fortnite. I will be talking about that too. I am the chosen one. You guys jump ahead of all this stuff, if you guys wait a little bit when I actually bring you the news here, that's why I have it there. I will talk about it, and we'll talk about it in due time. That's what this whole thing's all about, is talking about this stuff. So let's talk a little bit about Batman Day, which is today. You know what today is? Today is Batman Day. That's right. So what are they doing for Batman Day? Basically worldwide, a lot of people are actually going to be doing the bat signals on their cities. Like New York City is going to be doing this in the former Domino's Sugar building in Brooklyn. They're going to have the symbol on the building there. Barcelona in the Museo Nacional de Art de Catalunya. They are going to be doing the bat signal on there as well, which actually is kind of cool. And it's 13 different cities that are doing this. So Melbourne, Australia, New York, Williamsburg, Brooklyn, Tokyo, Johannesburg, Berlin, Rome, Paris, Barcelona, London, Sao Paulo, Montreal, and Mexico City. Yeah, and then, of course, the final lighting will be at City Hall in Los Angeles. The location of the bat signal, it's actually a bat signal in 2017 that was there to honor Adam West. So they are going to actually do that as well, which is kind of cool. And yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that, to see, all the pictures from that stuff. That looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Plus, of course, DC Universe has their stuff on as well. I look up to my TV as I do that, even though it's not on. So, Batman Day, what is the world coming to? Well, we need a fictional character to save us all, basically, Stanley. That's what it is. That's what we need. We need an 80-year-old fictional character to save us all. That's the reason why we celebrate a fictional character. Will part of your news include a random number called 51? No, it won't. Mufinobi, I don't know what you're talking about on that one. So, or children. There could always be children. Who knows? Yeah. In 20 years, we'll get a Robin Day. Tell us how big it is. You don't want to know that, and that's actually kind of personal there, Stanley. So, also in honor of Batman Day, Fortnite is having a Batman crossover. So, if you're on Fortnite, you'll see that you'll actually be able to do some Batman stuff in there. So, have fun with that. I don't play it because I'm over 14 years old. I'm sorry. So, it's, yeah. I don't know anybody in my age group or, anywhere over 20 that actually plays Fortnite. I'm sorry. Not that I'm poo-pooing it or anything like that. I'm just saying I don't know anybody who aren't kids that play the game. It really is. It's kind of one of those things. So have fun with that. If you do play it, welcome to it. Was talking about the TV. Get your oh, it's a 65-inch TV, Stanley. Yeah, there we go. What's a fortnight? A fortnight is according to British, I believe it's 10 days, if I'm not mistaken. Help me out, you guys over the across the pond there. Is that what a fortnight is? I believe that's what a fortnight is. 14 days. Thank you, Stanley. So it is 2 weeks. I can't remember if it was 10 days or 14 days. So thank you. 65. 5, Morks, not 69. 65. Yeah. I don't wear a Batman suit because, that's about as far as I go right here is that. My bat signal one is in the wash. I don't think it has. Well, yeah, I'm not standing up, Mufinobi. I mean, come on. Got to leave something to the imagination. So, what else do we have here? The CW, the CW plans to adapt V.E. Schwab's young adult series, The Archived, into a new series brought to you by Jane the Virgin's Liz Scudio and Jenny Schneider Ehrman. So, this story concerns a pair of ghost hunting sisters that are at odds after the eldest sister is unexpectedly passed over for the familiar power set, which is instead transferred to her weather reporter sister. Yeah, that sounds really exciting, doesn't it? Yeah, so going, I still haven't seen, it's not a Supernatural spinoff. It is not, Mr. Roboto. I still haven't seen Origami as of yet. That might be something that I'm going to watch this weekend. Just to see how fucking bad it is. I know they had the first one on Monday or Sunday, and I got to see what it's like because it's the train wreck thing in me. I need to see what it looks like. I need to see what CW is pumping out. Unfortunately, because God help me. I want dessert now. All right, we'll talk about it next, Stanley. All right. I think we got enough people floating around in here now, right? How many people we got in here now? We got 9 people. Ooh. All right. We'll talk about that next. So, the big news is that Sony, well, I shouldn't say Sony. It's the head of Sony right now wants to remake The Princess Bride. Yeah. And they keep attributing this to Norman Lear. I don't know why. Norman Lear it didn't have anything to do with this really. I mean, he might have added some stuff to it or whatever, but it's not his thing. So CEO Tony Vincent Carrera, who I talked about, I believe, last week for something stupid that he was doing last time around too, says that he wants to remake The Princess Bride. Everyone and their mother has said no, don't remake the classic. And I believe Carrie Ewell said it best is when he kind of requoted his thing about ruining a pair of perfect breasts in the world, but said, there's only classic movies, only so few classic movies in the world would be ashamed to ruin them. And that was actually the perfect response. Yeah. It's a stupid thing to do. It really is. If you're going to do it, re-release in the theaters. Seriously. People will go and see it. People will take their kids to see it. Make it an event. Clean it up for 4K or something. Excuse me. Do a 4K restoration, make it nice. Do the big screen treatment for it, make it pretty and re-release it. Yes, Waragami move for Nobia. It's in the CW. Yeah, Carrie Ewells is a treasure. He is something else. So yeah, exactly, Viking Bitch. Studios have never learned the lesson, never remake a good movie. Always remake shit movies. That way you can only go up. You do not remake classic movies, and then because you're not going to get them any better than what you already what they've already been made. God. Yeah, let's remake The Princess Bride. We'll put in The Rock. Let's see who else. Beyonce as Princess Buttercup. Let's see who else will we have. Trying to think of other casting we can put in there. Idris Elba, that's right. Idris Elba in 5 of the 6 roles. Scarlett Johansson will play Inigo Montoya. And yeah, so Will Smith. Yeah. No, just leave it alone. Seriously, just leave the damn thing alone. No one wants to see a remake of that movie. I have it in my DVD collection back here someplace, but it's on TV all the time, so I never have to pop it in. I mean, literally, it's on TV all the time. That's how much of a classic it is. Yes. So leave it alone. Yeah. God. If they haven't gotten the word out, I mean, literally within 24 hours of announcing that, there was shit tons. It was a Twitter storm that was going on. And people were just tweeting out, do not remake this movie. Fuck you, kind of things. And I believe most of that was from Obama was actually saying that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, and he never swears like that, which I was kind of surprised. Can we blame Deadpool for putting it on Hollywood's right? No, Penn. So Deadpool did what Deadpool does, and they will take pop culture references and that are old pop culture references and run with them. And I blame Fox for doing the stupid trying to cash in again on stuff by re-releasing stuff in the theaters a couple of months after it's already been released. That's bullshit. That's a money grab right there. Disney continues it with Avengers, with the extra footage and yeah, all that. No, sorry, not gonna go back and fall for that shit. Yeah, no, I understand, Penn. Yes. Caleb Richardson, the only way I'll accept a Princess Bride remake is if the kid from the original is the narrator and it's a pseudo sequel. Yeah, not going to happen. I read the original book. The original book's really boring. I hate to say it. So how they got that movie out of that book is amazing. There is some stuff that's interesting in it, and he even says William Goldman, who wrote the screenplay for it, is his grandfather actually used to read him this story when he was sick. That's what it came from. And it's actually about him as a little kid and his grandfather reading to him when he was sick. And he was reading this gigantic book that was actually fairly boring. And his grandfather would skip over large chunks of the book and get to the exciting parts of it and read the exciting parts of it. And that's what this whole thing is all about. And that's not what it's going to be remade into. It's going to be remade into something that is a swashbuckling epic that all heart of it is removed from it as well. And that's why you don't want to do it. Have Fred Savage passing on to his grandkid. Yeah. Well, Fred Savage is still, needs to, I think he's in his, late 30s, something like that. So I don't think he's going to have grandkids as of yet. You're going to have to wait in like another 30 years before you remake it. Is this a kissing show? It might be, Fanobi. It might be. There's just a little kissing involved. That's all. Yeah. But you'll get through it. Yeah. The movie did have the perfect cast of the time and the perfect tone. And again, it's because William Goldman was involved in it. It was something that was personal to him. And that's why it worked. That's why it resonated, because it was something that was personal to him and he was able to add the little touches to it. And not only that, he's a really damn good screenwriter at the time. He actually used to fix scripts all the time in Hollywood. That man, I think, touched every fucking script that went through Hollywood's doors from the 70s up until the 90s. And I'm talking every single script. Yeah. Works. The Princess Bride remake. Grandpa reads from an Amazon Fire tablet. The bride is wearing Victoria's Secret shoes or Nike. Yeah. And it's going to be set in modern day Los Angeles. Yeah. Yeah, Mufanobi, the upside down spaceman, his gravity boots don't work anymore. He ran out of batteries. So sorry. It was also hell on the furniture. Yeah. So what else I got here? What else is going on? Yeah, let's see here. So Tom Welling, it's been announced that he's going to reprise his role as Smallville's Clark Kent. They didn't say anything about Superman. Clark Kent for the CW Crisis crossover that's coming this fall. Now, joining him as well is going to be Erica Durance, who's going to be reprising her role as Smallville's Lois Lane in this crossover event. Now, the thing with Erica Durance is she's already playing Kara's mother in Supergirl. And I'm wondering if Kara is going to recognize this Lois Lane that looks like her mother and think it's her mother instead of Lois Lane. If that's going to be a problem, or if they're going to even play it off, or what's going to happen. Because, yeah, I mean, her mom's still alive out, in space, floating on some rock out there. And in the Kryptonian city that's floating around. So it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with that. But again, I don't know if Tom Welling is going to be putting on the suit, because in the article they were very adamant about just calling him Clark Kent, not Superman, even though they called everybody else that's coming in. Routh is coming back. Well, he's already there in the CW universe, but he's coming back as Superman. We're also going to get Tyler, I can never pronounce his last name, Hoshkin or something like that, who already plays Superman on Supergirl. He's going to be coming back, of course, as Superman. So who knows? Again, Viking bitch, no picture. If there's no pictures, it didn't happen. So, yeah. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. Venture Brothers could remake Princess Bride as an episode. They could. Excuse me. But you know what, Mr. Roboto? Both Doc Hammer and Jackson Public know that it's a classic and won't even touch that thing unless they had a really, really good angle on it. Yes, he was, Mr. Roboto. Tom Welling was Superman in the very last episode, but we didn't get to see him in the full suit. All you saw him was open up his shirt and he had the Superman symbol. That was it. And then it was a really stupid CGI bullshit thing. This little guy flying around the planet. Yeah. The chat always degenerates, Pen. Yeah. I already know that the chat degenerates. That's why I leave you guys to your own. That's why I go to my screen, so all I just see is what I'm working on instead of what you guys are chattering on about. So, NBC Universal has decided to get into the streaming game as well, and they just announced their new streaming service called Peacock because, you know, they want to strut around and show some really bad shows. So, what has the Peacock got for us here? Well, I'll tell you, boys and girls, they're talking about remaking a shitload of shows. Saved by the Bell, Punky Brewster, and a little show called Battlestar Galactica. That's right. They are going to remake Battlestar Galactica, written by Mr. Robot's Sam Esmail. So I was kind of on the fence about this. I'm like, I really like Sam Esmail's writing, but I don't want to see another Battlestar Galactica remake so soon, quite honestly. And yeah, it's and what are they going to do with Saved by the Bell? Are they going to bring back some original cast members? It is 30 years old now. And I mean, no one wants to work with Dustin Diamond because, you know, that fool's been in jail for stabbing people and done porn and all kinds of stuff. And none of the original cast wants to be around him. So, and I don't know if Elizabeth Berkley, if anyone wants to be around her either for her movies that she's done. So, yeah, I don't know if this is the best of ideas. Yeah, I'm not paying for Peacock as well. I mean, it's really stupid. Not only that, it's just a stupid name. I mean, it's so stupid. As a matter of fact, I love saying the name Peacock because it's Peacock tabulous. Yeah, it's Peacock ridiculous. Peacock ridiculous. Peacock ridiculous. There we go. Peacock ridiculous. See, it's got cock and dick in it. Peacock ridiculous. There's a new word for the day, kids. Here's a real question. NBC streaming, CBS All Access, even with cable subscriptions, you can't see the shows, right? What a waste. Yeah, no. Yeah. You cannot. Thank you, Penn. Yes, hashtag Peacock-diculous. Yeah. Cockdiculous. I'm using that one. Here we go. Cockdiculous. That actually sounds like a horror porn name or something like that. Viking bitch is really what it sounds. Cockdiculous. Oh no, here comes Cockdiculous. And yes, once again, the whole thing has just degenerated completely. Yeah, I don't agree with if you're paying for cable and you're already paying for these shows anyway, or you're paying for these channels, why not give your cable subscribers it for free? Quite honestly. I shouldn't have to pay for CBS All Access. I shouldn't have to pay for Peacock, whatever ABC is going to be doing, unless it's going to be part of the Disney Plus network, which I think it will be. I shouldn't have to pay for all that shit a second time. To the point where I've been thinking about it. I've been looking at it because yes, I do pay for cable right now. I pay for extra cable, my cable channels and everything. And now I'm looking at it at the cost perspective of it, and I'm going, okay, well, Really, I'm kind of watching HBO. That's about it. There's some stuff on HBO. Don't watch it all that often. I can get HBO Go, not a big deal. Or I could just pay for the Hulu. Well, no, I'm not gonna do that route, but still. I would just pay for the HBO Go thing and or HBO Now, whatever the fuck it's called, the streaming HBO only thing, and do it that way and get rid of cable completely. Yeah. What'd you miss, Joe? Everything. We're now talking about Peacock Diculous, which is the new NBC streaming service, which is remaking Battlestar Galactica with Sam Esmail. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that at all. So I understand, they want in on the streaming money because advertising money is drying up. Get it. But again, what they're going to do is they're going to destroy something that was okay with the streaming service only being a few. And now, again, so what was just brought into legislature, I should say, I believe it was in New York, was I believe New York State is trying to do a la carte viewing so that you can only, you buy the channels that you want to watch, which everyone's been asking for the longest time, and cable has been digging their heels in because otherwise you don't get, your Spanish language channels funded, you don't get your Indian channels funded, all that kind of other, the foreign language channels funded because quite honestly, a lot of people don't watch those. And they're fighting back against it. I believe this has now been the a la carte programming legislation stuff has been brought into 30 different states, if I'm remembering correctly. I can't remember offhand. I can't remember if it's 15 or 30 states at the moment. And um, I actually kind of want that. I would rather be able to pick my channels that I want, and that way I pay for like 5 channels and not have to deal with 840 other channels that I'm not watching. Quite frankly, I don't care about the Speed channel or MTV. Jesus Christ, when was the last time MTV actually had music on there? VH1 or yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there I could live without, quite honestly. As the old I believe it was a Bruce Springsteen song, 57 channels and there's nothing on, or something like that. Well, no one does music videos really anymore, Pen, either. I mean, they do every now and then. They release some kind of a throwback kind of thing, but they're usually pretty shitty now. They used to be like little mini movies or little mini, you know, uh, vignettes, all that kind of stuff. They were kind of cool, and now they're just pretty shitty for the most part. Yeah. So, uh, there's a new TV series being made. Excuse me, for CBS All Access. Speaking of streaming channels, called Toys, and it's being brought to us by the producer of The Vampire Diaries and The Gifted. So I know you're all in on this one. So basically, what Toys is, it sounds a lot like the old movie Gattaca. It's a dystopian thriller based on, excuse me, uh, James Patterson's novel from Melinda Sue Taylor. And she's the one that's actually the producer on this. And essentially what this is, it's set in the near future when generations of DNA enhancements have resulted in a class conflict between genetic elites and unaltered basics. Stop me if you heard this one before. Yeah, and a journey of a young woman who finds herself and her heart caught between the two worlds. Sorry, I actually almost put myself to sleep thinking about that one. So yes, this is going on to CBS All Access. Excuse me, CBS All Access, and no, I just I don't want to see any of this. I really don't. It's boring. It sounds boring. See, if it's an adult toys, that'd be much better. Yeah, torn between two dildos. That's bad. Mr. Roboto, Epix is Sony and Peacock is NBC. It'll never happen. And besides that, both of them have really shitty shows. So, yeah. I mean, really, the only thing NBC has going for it or had going for it was The Good Place. And that's ending after season 4. So, what do you got after that? Oh, that's right. You got nothing. Yeah. Public TV and lots of free TV. Yeah. So the things that we can get off of are, I mean, the antennas here. Yes, I can get CW on a good day. It's the tower's too far away from me where I live right now. I'd have to get like a really powerful amplifier and antenna and set it outside someplace on the roof so it picks up stuff. And I'm not gonna do that. Quite honestly. It's just not worth the hassle and the wires and the drilling that would have to be done in the walls and all that kind of stuff. Just doesn't need to be done. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one as well. There's a lot of passing that's happening. No, Mr. Roboto, satellite's bullshit. I had satellite, and not only that, the only two satellite systems that offer it are bullshit as well. They're AT&T now owns DirecTV, and DirecTV sucked to begin with, but AT&T is even worse. So not even worth it. And besides that, you can get all this shit streaming anyway at this point. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured that, Stanley. And I know in Europe, they have kind of a monopoly going on over there. It's almost impossible to watch anything for free. Not even worth a watch to do a new episode of Is It Worth My Time? A new low. I know, Pen. It's not. I'm probably I might do that for Origami. I might do and see if it's worth my time. I'm gonna have a feeling that it's not gonna be worth my time. But yeah. I don't live in San Francisco, Mr. Roboto. And San Francisco is not windy. You're thinking of Chicago. Yeah. So, other news, Robert Downey Jr. is returning as Tony Stark for the Black Widow movie. Yeah, this was kind of surreptitiously announced at the Saturn Awards. And so at the Saturn Awards, Tom Holland, won for a third year in a row as Spider-Man. And during that whole thing, you know, Robert Downey Jr. was also given an award for Endgame, what happened to him in Endgame and all that kind of stuff. But they have in little parentheses here, Downey will be seen in the role of Stark one more time, however, in the Marvel prequel Black Widow in May 2020. And now you're probably saying, well, what the fuck? It's because Black Widow actually takes place between Avengers Civil War and Infinity War. Yeah, that's the time frame for part of it, not all of it, because it is a flashback as well. And I'm okay with that. I'm all right with seeing him come back. Oh, it's a time thing that's going on. Movie Finobi. We're not seeing it in the order of what we had. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that was Spencer's gift that you walked into, maybe Finobi. I think that was something else. Uh-huh. I think you walked into the wrong door. Spencer's gift was next door. But yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Robert Downey Jr. being in that. That's gonna be fun. Excuse me. So, does everyone know who Stephanie Beatriz is from Brooklyn Nine-Nine? She's the one that plays the really kind of deadpan girl. I can't remember her name now. It's been a while since I've actually watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine because it really isn't all that funny. Well, supposedly there's been a big, huge fan reaction trying to get her to play She-Hulk for the live action series that's been announced by Disney Plus. And now she's saying that she really, really wants that character. She wants to be She-Hulk. She wants to be Jessica Walters. I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, I can see her with the big hair and that, but I don't think she has the acting chops, to tell you the truth. What Disney is looking for, quite honestly, what Marvel is looking for. And I'm going to put out there Alison Brie from Glow. Yeah. Alison Brie from Glow, I think, would make a much, much better She-Hulk than anybody else out there. And given the recent news that Glow is getting a 4th and final season at Netflix, that's not my fault, by the way. Not my fault. She's going to be free. She's going to be done after season 4 here, which would be a perfect time to bring her in. No, Anna Paquin's too old, I think. And also, she has the acting ability of her husband, which is emoting like a block of wood. Yeah. Or her ex-husband now, I guess, is Stephen Moyer. Didn't they break up or something? Who cares? But yeah, she has really horrible acting ability. Yeah, Alison Brie would be awesome as Jessica Walters. And as a big time She-Hulk fan, I can guarantee you that she's perfect for the role. Sorry, Stanley. I didn't mean to make your uncomfortable there. Little tightness in your pants or whatever. I think so. Penn, I remember reading something about that a while back, that they had broken up and divorced or something. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't really care. So. What else do we have? They, even with the accent. Yeah, I don't want to see her doing the Russian accent. She plays a decent rogue in X-Men. Anna Paquin. Well, that's because those movies really weren't X-Men movies, Mr. Roboto. Those were Bryan Singer's X-Men. Yeah. Yeah, if you have not watched Glow as of yet, go and watch it. I binged all 3 seasons last weekend. And yes, Allison, it's a dramedy. I'm going to just say that right now. It is a dramedy, but they are half-hour, 40-minute episodes. They are pretty damn good. So Glow stands for Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, and it's loosely based on the real thing that happened in the late 80s, early 90s, where they had the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling TV show. And actually, one of the women that was involved in that whole thing, she was the one that made this into a series. So yeah, I do not secretly love them, Penn. No, I don't. They are probably the worst acting couple in Hollywood. Yeah, I'm just talking about bad actors in general. Hey, Volchek Olsek. There you go. Welcome from the Czech Republic. Nice. I'm gonna murder your name. I'm sorry, but that's normally my MO here. Is I really do murder a lot of people's names. So sorry in advance. But yeah, Alison Brie would make an awesome She-Hulk. And not only that, she does a lot of her own stunts. Alison Brie. So she is athletic. She has the acting ability as well because she can actually do comedy and drama, which we've seen in Glow. I think, she also looks like Jessica Walters from the comic. She looks exactly like her. That would be an awesome casting right there. And as much as I hate to see Glow go, at the same time, I think that's actually perfect timing. Is you have season 4 done and you roll her right into She-Hulk. And yes, she can play a lady attorney. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You do your own bedroom stunts. There's things I can say, but I'm not going to because there were too many jokes. They had Three Stooges syndrome. They all got stuck at the door trying to get through at the same time. I hope she does her own nude scenes too. It's Disney, Stanley Tweedle, so there's gonna be no nude scenes in that. I did not kill Glow, Joe. I am sorry. All I did was I mentioned it. I did not review it. I did not look at it funny. Nothing like that. So Glow is not my fault. All right. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. That's okay, Volchek. My English isn't that great either. I'm sorry to say. So yeah. She-Hulk is a different size from Jessica. Yes, Mr. Roboto. But if they're going to do the motion capture, which I believe they're going to do, the same thing like they pioneered with Mark Ruffalo, how they did it in Endgame, I'm fairly sure that's what they're going to do for this. And she could do it. You don't need two actresses. They're not going to do live action. Well, they are going to do live action. So what they're going to do is they're going to put her in a mocap suit that she's going to be playing the role physically standing there, but they're going to CGI her up to the Hulk level. The same thing they did with Mark Ruffalo. If you take a look at the behind the scenes of Endgame, where Hulk is there, it's actually Mark Ruffalo in a suit with dots all over his face and they just bulk him out into the Hulk, but he plays the same role there. Yeah. So it's just one actress. That's it. And from what I understand, it's fairly inexpensive the way they've done it. Yeah, they pioneered a new technology. And so whoever they get to play the role of Jessica is going to be easily translated over into She-Hulk. And she literally has the same body type as She-Hulk does. Just, she's smaller. That's it. That's all it is. So yeah, perfect role for her, I believe. All right, let's move along here a little bit. See what else I got. All right. So Marilyn Manson is going to be joining the American Gods season 3 over at Stars as a rocker. Basically, he's going to be a singer in a band. He's actually going to be the lead singer of the Viking death metal band Blood Death. Yeah, that is what he's being brought on as. And supposedly he is the source. Blood Death are supposed to be the source of the power for Ian McShane's Mr. Wednesday in his war with the new gods. I don't know if anyone's been watching this series. I haven't, quite honestly. I heard season 1 was good. I heard season 2 was a fucking train wreck. And season 3, I have no desire to actually see it just because Stars sucks, quite honestly. And it's probably gonna be canceled anyway because they're skewing towards a female demographic, and it's probably gotten too many male viewers happening, so they're going to cancel it. Yeah. Stanley tweeted, I stopped after episode 1, season 2. Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah. I do like Marilyn Manson, but I admit I haven't listened to his new stuff. You know, he does have a song called This Is the New Stuff, right? Viking Bitch. So is that when you stopped? Is after that song? After listening to This Is the New Stuff? Pen Farm Girl, I watched it so far. I don't think anyone's coming back for season 3. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. Manson was a character on the show Salem. Yeah, he was also in Sons of Anarchy as well. He played this bloated guy in prison that was one of the Aryan Nation, I believe. He was a horrible actor too in it. I mean, just horrible actor. How does American Gods fit into Star's demographic? It's probably going to be canceled, Stanley. Like I said, I'm not watching American Gods because I watched The Walking Dead. Yeah. He was okay in Sons of Anarchy, Joe, because he only had like 3 lines. But yeah, I agree with you, Viking Bitch. Stars is dead to pretty much everyone. No one really likes Stars right now. Lionsgate shot themselves in the foot. I swear they just shot themselves in the foot. And their programming is just sucking right now. Hey, all right, you've got Outlander. Isn't that done with already? Haven't you already run out of book material? Congratulations with that. So speaking of weird stuff going on with series, so there's a new series on Netflix that's being filmed right now. It's in season 1 called Jupiter's Legacy. It is a sci-fi series, and it was headed up by Stephen S. DeKnight as the showrunner. I was actually kind of looking forward to this, but he's exited the series right in the middle of production, right in the middle of the season. They've already got half the season filmed, and he left due to, and say it with me, folks, creative differences. That's right. He's left due to creative differences. So, what is Netflix doing? They're going to continue filming while they're looking for a new showrunner on this. So they say sources say there are no plans for the series to go on hiatus until a new showrunner is named, with efforts made for continuous production and a smooth transition. When that person comes aboard, the new creative team will likely examine the existing footage and set a creative direction before any decisions are made on possible reshoots. That sounds really good, huh? So Jupiter's Legacy is actually supposed to be the first series in the Mark Millar Millarverse series that he's got a deal with on with Netflix. That's why I was kind of looking forward to this. And it's actually a comic out there, Jupiter's Legacy. So it's actually based on the graphic novel by Millar and Frank Quietly, if you've ever seen it there. And it follows the world's first generation of superheroes who received their powers in the 1930s. Now in present day, they are revered elder guard, but their superpowered children struggle to live up to the legendary feats of their parents. Kind of like Kingdom Come in a way, but only with other heroes. But Josh Jamal was in it, Ben Daniels, Leslie Bibb, Elena Camporis, Andrew Horton, Matt Lanter, and Mike Wade. So it was decent, and with the night on board, I thought it was actually going to be a pretty good thing, but now with him leaving, I don't know where this is going to stand. I'm kind of worried about it, to tell you the truth. And I'm wondering if I have to scrap it and redo all this kind of stuff. Morks and I suffered from creative differences, but remembered we were blood nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't need to see anything by Jared Leto ever again. Ever again. Yeah. So it's a shame that that's actually happening, but who knows? Let's see. We had a trailer released for something called the Mortuary Collection, starring Clancy Brown, and Clancy Brown looks a lot like the Undertaker from Phantasm. He's actually dressed like him quite a bit, and it looked interesting. I like the trailer. It looked like, I don't know if it's just a movie or if it's a series or what it is. It doesn't have a set date for release, and it doesn't have if it's being released to theaters as a movie or if it's a TV series that's being released on some streaming network or anything like that. But if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see the link on there for the Mortuary Collection. Take a look at the trailer, see what you think. Um, it looked good. It was kind of fun where he's introducing this girl. She's looking for a job in the mortuary, and he's talking about how they need to the way they treat the dead is they're actually dealing with their lives as well. I don't know exactly what's going on. It's kind of vague, but it seems interesting. Like he might be involved with their lives and their deaths that happened, and so creepy kind of horror thing. Yeah, I mean Clancy Brown is in his what now 60s, late 60s, something like that, and I think he's all right. I definitely want to see the SpongeBob SquarePants 20th anniversary. I don't know when that airs, but when it does air, I'm going to see that because you're having the whole voice cast do a live action version of that, playing their characters. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Sorry, Pepper just gave me this weird look. She's just laying on the couch. Yes, SpongeBob is still on, Mr. Roboto. Yeah, it's 20 years now. It's 20-year anniversary. It's outlived its creator, as a matter of fact, at this point. Mm-hmm. Oh, is he 60? Wow. Okay. I don't know. He looks a lot older. I hate to say it. Don't tell him I said that, though. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. October 4th, Raising Deon hits Netflix. So it's based on a comic, and it's produced by Michael B. Jordan. And we got the first trailer out, even though it's coming out on October 4th. And it's about a mother who is trying to take care of her child who starts displaying superpowers. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but if you take a look at the trailer, it's kind of interesting, quite honestly, and it looks really good. And Michael B. Jordan is even in it as well, even though he's producing it. And it's something that I'm probably going to do a is it worth my time on. Did you hear because of the trailer? Yeah, I did hear about it because of the trailer. Stanley, I did. I did like the trailer. What superpowers? He has a couple different things. Like he can teleport. He can. Looks like he can pause, not pause time, but slow down time on certain things. So like you see cereal flying through the air with some milk in the cereal chips just kind of floating there, and he pushes them, and you see them move, and probably some other stuff as well, but we don't know what exactly. But the trailer looked interesting, and from what I understand, the comic book is actually pretty good too. And with Michael B. Jordan involved. So Michael B. Jordan's been doing a lot of he's been getting involved in comic book properties and comic books in general as well. And I'm digging that he is actually focusing on genre stuff. And that's kind of what you need. You need an actor who's got the money behind them, who's got a production company and things like that, that is willing and also has the knowledge of comic books, the desire to see good comic book movies made, comic book shows as well, that kind of stuff, backing this kind of thing. That's what you need. You don't need some auteur who decides to take a fucking 70s trope like, Broken White Man Goes Crazy and slap some Joker paint on it and throw that out there. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Martin Scorsese. Yeah. Um, that's what I want. I want someone who's actually going to take comic book properties and show them the respect they deserve. No, I did not do a Brightburn. Is it worth my time? Because I never got around to watching it either, Penn. I'm not into horror movies, quite honestly. And that one, just from what I understand, was a horror movie with superpowers. I didn't really need to see it. I never did. Yeah. Actually, he's a really good actor, Mr. Roboto, and has gotten awards, has been nominated, and he's a great actor, as a matter of fact. And so much so that, yeah, he is going to be a powerhouse. I would say in the next 5 years, he's going to have an Oscar racked up in there at some point. Why do I hate the Joker movie so much, Mr. Roboto? Because it's a poser movie. It's not a comic book movie, even though they say it's not a comic book movie, but they want to market it as a comic book movie. So they want in on the comic book money, but they don't want to call it a comic book movie. So that's just bullshit. Yeah. That's, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You're either one or the other. There's just no way around it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Raising Deon. It looks like a good movie, and it's just a movie. It's not a TV series or a series or anything like that. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Netflix taking a chance on stuff like this, and that's actually what I want to see from production companies. Take a fucking chance on some stuff and put it out there. So, yeah. And finally, my last little bit of news that I've got here. We got the first look on set of Titans of the new Nightwing costume. And in true Nightwing form, we get to see him from behind. Yeah. So for those of you ladies who want to see Thwaithwaite, I believe is how you say his last name. You want to see his ass? It's sitting on my Facebook page there. Because all you just see is the back of the Nightwing costume. Him along with Starfire, Hawk, Dove, and then again in another scene with some other characters as well. And it's always with his butt facing the camera. There's a Nightwing joke out there about his butt and all that stuff in the costume, that it's part of the costume, but yeah. But it's out there. And yes, there are a lot of dick jokes, but now there are butt jokes as well. You get to see Dick's butt. That's right. Yeah. Those dicks just from behind. Yeah. Yeah, you get to see Dick from behind. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I know Brightburn also has mention of other Justice League characters that are evil as well. Yeah. I just, I really didn't have a desire to see it, to tell you the truth. I think what really put me off was the glass in the eye scene that they kept focusing on. And that's kind of what turned me off from seeing the movie, to tell you the truth. I know it's one scene in there and one scene in the movie, but yeah. No, thank you. Yeah, you get Dick from behind. Stanley Tweedle. Some people are into that. So, if you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. And, if you want to see when I'll be on live again next, hit the bell down below as well. You can also go to my website, suspendedfanimation.com, take a look at the schedule up there. And you can also see that same schedule up on my Facebook page. I have a Facebook group as well, so you guys can post stuff and talk amongst yourselves on that page. That's always a lot of fun. And you can take a look at me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Patreon, which one day I will have tiers probably by the end of this year. So And as you can see, Penn is putting up all that information right now. Thanks, Penn. Since I watch Outlander and Poldark. I don't know what Poldark is. Is that? It sounds like a porn movie, Stanley. I'm sorry. I know that's bad, but yes, the Facebook group is growing slowly but surely. Yeah. Yes, no tears for me as of yet. I want to put something in there that's worth, having you guys sign up and give me money for, I don't want to just put something up there and go, oh, yeah, can you just give me some money? No. I'm funny that way. Dark Pole is a porn movie. Oh, is that what it is? Mufinobi, thanks. Of course, Penn's the better wrench. Come on. You've seen this. I kid Fenobian Viking bitch. You know how it is. They know where they stand. Yeah. Yeah, I will probably be putting in some swag as well, Mr. Roboto. Like I said, I've got t-shirt designs in the mix. More than likely some buttons, maybe some hats. I don't know. There's stuff swirling around up here. And that's usually what happens is I need to have it marinate in whatever this thing is that my brain has in there. I think it's mostly whiskey. And tell me what it is I need to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was Aiden Turner. Aiden Turner? Yeah. See ya, Mr. Roboto. Yeah. So if you like what you see, also come on by. If you're still on the fence also about joining up, there's going to be a video that pops up at the end of the video here that takes a look at your algorithm of all the stuff you've been watching and then plucks a video out of my library that matches a good majority of whatever it is you're watching and puts it up there right for you. Up here is going to be last night's episode of Titans. That's what's going to be up there. Tomorrow is Preacher. Monday, I'm off. Tuesday is going to be Is It Worth My Time? I don't know what I'm doing as of yet on that one. Wednesday I'm off, and then Thursday is going to be another episode of Is It Worth My Time? Rolling into Friday, which is going to be Titans season 2. So let me see. I've got the book within reach here this time around. All right, let's see what I've got here. I have, as I look through my book, yes. What do I have here? That is October. Not good. September. There we are. Yeah. Oh, I take that back. I actually did. Wow. All right. I didn't know I actually did that. So, Is It Worth My Time on the 24th on Tuesday is going to be Disenchantment. It's going to be Netflix's Disenchantment, which the second half, I believe, of Disenchantment dropped on Netflix yesterday. So I'm going to talk about that. And then I don't know what Thursdays Is It Worth My Time is going to be about, but I'll find something. There we go. And Mr. Robot starts on the 6th with Watchmen starting on the 20th. So yeah, lots of stuff. You saw the first 3 episodes of Disenchantment Stanley Tweedle. Cockdiculous. It's Peacock-diculous. I still like Peacock-diculous. Come on. Cockdiculous again sounds like a porn horror movie name or something like that. Disenchantment's not bad. And from what I understand, the second half actually kind of corrects some of the problems from the first half. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. Yeah. And it was interesting. I liked it. I mean, so far. So we'll see. Hi, Pen. The problem is the time Sunday night and work. You work on Sundays, man? Come on. Peacock is still not my streaming service. Yeah, me neither. I've already got enough streaming services as it is. Yeah. Disney Plus. I've got, like I said, I might be dropping Netflix. I don't know. I might drop cable before I drop Netflix here at this point because cable really just doesn't have anything. And yeah, I'm really not wanting to pay for. If I could just pay for HBO by itself, sure. I don't want to do the whole. What is it? AT&T's got their stupid thing, their lineup going on since they now own HBO. Klingon's got the double streaming. I thought it was the double teaming. Oh no, that's something else. Sorry. There's a lot of porn references in today's podcast. What are you doing with the Disney bundle? I just bought the Disney Plus thing, Movie Fanobi, where I got 3 years for 100 and some odd bucks. So I was basically buying 3 years for the price of 2. That's what I did, Movie Fanobi, when it was severely discounted. So it's just the Disney Plus. I'm not dealing with Hulu. I'm not dealing with. I saw Hulu actually has a deal going on this weekend, $2.99 a month. If you sign up now, I might do that just because they're going to have some Marvel content. Basically, they're going to have animated content, but that's really about it. And that's why I'm thinking of dropping cable as well because of that. Last week, I want to say, or the week before, and that was very short-lived. It was only for a weekend. Yeah, it's kind of stupid now that you have to piece together all these stupid streaming services in order to see stuff you want to see instead of just not paying for what you want to see instead of a whole bunch of shit that you're never going to look at ever. Yeah. I mean, quite honestly, I don't care about ESPN. I don't care about sports channels at all. The golf channel, who in the fuck in their right mind wants to sit there and watch people play golf on TV? Seriously. Are you having that much problem falling asleep? Maybe you should go to a doctor. Renovation shows can you watch? I'm choppy. Not really. I'm not. Well, yeah, I am a little bit of, kind of chunky going on. It's probably your internet. Yeah, it's probably yours. That happens from time to time. Oh, you're getting the choppy too? Uh-oh. Maybe it's me. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe I'll do that. How's that? Ah. Is that a little bit better? Lies. I don't have decent internet. Yes, I know. It's because I live in an old building and yeah, we don't have fiber optic within 1,000 feet of the complex. And probably not going to happen. Yeah, it's going to be blurry for a little bit. So, with that said, I should probably motor out of here because that is the cue, usually, is when, that's usually the cue. Yes, there were only a few hiccups. Oh, okay. Well, that's probably the cue that I should probably be leaving at this point anyway. So again, if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you like, blurry and choppy internet, hit those. If you're still on the fence, take a look at the video up here. Take a look at Titan up here. No, she is passed out on the couch over there. I will see you guys tomorrow for Preacher. And until then, yes, like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, someone may